Hello, it's Andy from Email Love, and today we are going to walk through how to integrate the Email Love Figma plugin with our brand new drag and drop email builder, Composa. And so the key reason why you may want to do this is you may build and design your emails in Figma, but you may have people on your team that or in other parts of your company that want to edit and build emails using your Figma components, but they're not designers. They don't know Figma very well. And so Composa is a tool that you can use to enable those team members to build emails using your Figma assets. So it's a very unique and special tool, and we are excited to get you using it. So I'll give you a brief overview of how it works, and then we'll jump into Figma. We'll integrate the two tools, and then I will show you how to push your templates and your design system from Figma into Composa. Okay, so here is Composa. It's fairly simple. You have projects at the top. These are basically where your email campaigns live. A project can have as many emails in it as you want. You also have your email design system here. This is where the components from Figma are synced to. We also have an image library. We can manage your dynamic content, and we can integrate with any email platform that you may need us to integrate with. So let's just jump into a project really quickly, and I'll give you a little overview of how it works. So I'm creating a new project. I can then create an email inside of here. And I can do that in a few different ways. I can create an email using a previously created design system. I can generate an email with AI, and I can also upload a template in MJML format. Okay, so once we have kind of uploaded our design system or our template, we will come back here and show you how to edit that inside of Composa. So right now we don't have any assets in here, so we are going to jump into Figma and show you an email that I've already created. So here is my email. I've also split out the email into individual components. And so let's first integrate our Figma plugin, the Email of Figma plugin, with Composa. So if you come to the export page, you'll see there are two Composa integrations. There's the design system sync, which will save your components from Figma into Composa, and then there's also the template sync. So if you choose template sync, you simply need to grab your Composa API key and give it a name. So let's grab that really quickly. Okay, let me just get my API key. And then I'm going to paste the key in here. And then click on Set API Key. Okay, so now this will sync to Composa. So let's just sync this full template to Composa. So I'm going to select it as I'm going to select my workspace, and then I'm going to select the new folder or project that I created inside of that workspace. And then I'm simply going to click on the Export to Composa button right here. Okay, so that was successful. So now if we jump back into Composa, we should see that template inside of our project. So let's just go into projects. Okay, here is the template. And if we go to edit template, you can see here we have the content, and we can actually edit it inside of this WYSIWYG editor. You can move things around. You can move the content blocks around. You can edit the text, the buttons. You can add links. What you can't do is, or at least what we can lock down, is we can lock down all the branding. We can make it so that the end user can't change the styling of the template. So you, as the designer, control the styling, the layouts, the branding, the fonts. All of that's controlled in Figma, and then we're simply syncing the HTML and then making it editable for the end user inside of Composer. So that's that's fairly easy, straightforward. On the left-hand side here, you may notice there is an empty container for components. And so what we may want to do is create an RSPCA component design system library inside of Composer. And so what we can do is we can sync this template to Composer as a design system instead. So if we jump back into Figma, I'll show you how that works, and then we'll be able to edit the email, but also add new components from our Figma library. And so to do that, you'd simply put all of your components from the design system into a single frame. And then instead of syncing the template, you'd simply select Sync Design System, choose the design system or create a new design system. So let's create one for our RSPCA. And then that will take these components and sync them into a design system inside of Composer. So it has created 10 components in this new design system that we just created. So let's jump back into Composer, and we are going to go into the design system part of the app, and we now have an RSPCA design system in here. And if we go here, you can see we basically extracted each component, and then we can also lock certain components. So if you don't want anyone touching the pre-header text or the header or the footer, for example, we can lock those. So users can't make any changes to those components. And then what I would suggest is you can also give these components a name as well. So it is pulling MJ Wrapper as the standard name in Figma. You can rename these in Figma as well. So for example, let's just give these a few names just so they become recognizable. And you can see here, this is the MGML for that section. Okay, so this is basically ready to go. So if we jump back into our project, go into the test project that we created, and then if we go to edit template, actually what we need to do is we need to create a new email using the RSPCA component library. So that will create basically a library on the left-hand side here where you can drag and drop your components, and you can then edit the content directly in here. So this, again, this is great if you want to enable your end users within your company to edit your Figma components and your email design and build emails using your email design system without breaking the branding or messing with the footer or the header or anything like that. So that is how the Email of Figma plugin and Composer seamlessly work together to enable teams at companies to build and edit emails without the worry of breaking or sending anything that is off brand. So hopefully that explains it. Please do share any questions. If you have those, please drop them in the comments on YouTube, or feel free to reach out to myself or Matt via email. You can reach us at support@emaillove.com, and we'd be more than happy to give you a demo or answer any questions that you have. Thanks.